The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down to Stafford. Roberts got it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Keep on coming, baby. Keep coming.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Abdullah. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Deion Jones in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
20, 20. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, alert 3. Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Left side completion to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jared Davis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Wait. Get up!
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
20.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure, he's brought down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And taken right at the 35. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hurry!
Stafford gives to Abdullah. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. from the gun. Here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 20. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Deshaun Robinson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
21. 20.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He finds Roberts complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Finds Roberts left side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Ryan now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Ryan to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now Ryan on first down. It's caught by Roberts. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Let's go.
They'll run here with Freeman. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. To throw is Ryan. Step touchdown, Falcons. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Stafford here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now.
10. Go here.
Again, it's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Stafford looks to throw again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
21.
Throwing is Stafford. Caught by Wilson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
21. Hey. 22.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Big 20. Go here. 11.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second down, Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 34. And they begin the drive with Abdullah.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty, Abdullah. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Hey, tag 32! Tag 32! Big 20. Light.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, go here!
Stafford now on second down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Tech McKinley in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
10. Over here. Hey, 22.
Back now in Atlanta. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey. Like 7.
Now Stafford. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Set. 260.
They'll try and run with Abdullah. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Ryan back into his end zone. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
21. Like 25.
On 1st down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Julio Jones all alone. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 72 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Gun. Ready.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Ready. Gun. 12.
Again, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Well, this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Stafford on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10, Stafford. That is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Waiting. Hey, 22. Hey, go here. 0. Tag 53. Tag 53. Let's go.
Throwing again at Stafford. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Give me radar. 10. 10.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. Here's Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the 50, Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Set. 280. 0. 21.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield for Jones. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. This one caught by Ridley. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They give him a gain of 37. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Let's go.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Gun! Gotta go!
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Fight it into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poland. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Tuesday.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ryan wants to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win